Ben Simmons has now not played an NBA game in over nearly 3 months. So what happened to him? He really went from one of the brightest young stars in the league, someone who had the mold of Nikola Jokic, to a guy who was traded and basically hasn't played a single game. I'm going to be breaking down all of what happened to Ben Simmons' depressing and short-lived career. So let's get right into it. But first, for some background. Ben Simmons grew up in Australia where he had an extremely successful high school career. He was considered a 5-star recruit by ESPN.com and listed as the #1 power forward and #1 player in the nation for 2015. Entering the freshman year of his college, he decided to commit to LSU, and he played very, very well. Even though they did miss March Madness, he was still carrying the team, averaging 19, 12, and 5, along with 2 steals and 35 minutes per game. He was a very, very good player, and that's where he really showed all his potential. He was taken with the first pick in the 2016 NBA draft, and he signed his rookie scale contract for the Philadelphia 76ers. In his 6 summer league games, he averaged 11 points, 7.7 rebounds, and 5.5 assists per game. However, that's when disaster struck for the very first time in Ben Simmons' career, out of many times. On 30 September 2016, Ben Simmons rolled his right ankle during the 76ers' final training camp scrimmage. After receiving an X-ray and MRI of the foot and ankle, it was determined that Simmons had fractured the 5th metatarsal bone of his right foot and was estimated to miss 3 to 4 months. On the 24th of February 2017, he was ruled out for the entire 2016-17 NBA season after some further tests revealed that he had not yet fully healed. That's when he came back stronger than ever in the 2017-18 season. In his NBA debut on October 18th, 2017, Simmons had 18 points and 10 rebounds in a loss, but he still played very, very well. In his third game, he had 18 and 10 and 8 assists, joining Oscar Robinson as the first player to ever post 10-plus points, 10-plus rebounds, and 5-plus assists in his first 3 NBA games. Yeah, Ben Simmons was breaking records already. He just kept being dominant, and that year, he ended up winning Rookie of the Year as the 76ers finished the regular season with 16 straight wins to get the #3 seed in the playoffs. In his NBA playoff debut against the Miami Heat, he had 17 points, 14 assists, and 9 rebounds in a blowout win, and in Game 4, he helped the Sixers take a 3-1 lead with 17, 13, and 10. Being absolutely dominant as he was expected to be. Sixers, of course, went on to lose in 5 games to the Celtics in the second round, but Simmons still recorded 18 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists in the last game of the series. And at the season's end, he was named Rookie of the Year and NBA All-Rookie First Team, as expected. He was a great, great young player to start his career, and that just kept going on. In the 2018-19 season, he got his first ever All-Star selection, averaging an absurd 18, 12, and 10 throughout the entire season. On the 23rd of January, he had 21, 15, and 10, which propelled him into that All-Star voting, and he was, of course, an All-Star. His team won the All-Star game carried by a performance where he had 17 assists, and he is the first ever Australian to receive an All-Star not award, but an all-star spot. And let's just say that Ben Simmons didn't slow down, because in the 2019-20 season, he got his first All-NBA appearance. His best ever performance this season was a 34, 12, and 12 game. He made the All-Star team, drafted by Team LeBron, and scored 17 points, but he also got a lower back injury in a 22nd February game. This means that he was sidelined until August 1st in the NBA bubble, when he unfortunately had to sit out the rest of the playoffs due to a knee injury while the Sixers were swept. He was also the steals leader this season, showing his defensive prowess. Now, this is where Ben Simmons' career starts to come crashing down, because even though all of those years seemed very, very good, they were. However, the one thing that he didn't achieve, which is also a thing that Joel Embiid, his former teammate, hasn't achieved, is playoff success. On the 15th of February 2021, Ben Simmons recorded a double-double with a career-high 42 and 12 and finished the season averaging 14, 7, and 7. But during the playoffs, Ben Simmons struggled at the free throw line and became the worst free throw shooter in postseason history with at least 67 attempts. He shot 34% from the line, which is worse than Wilt's 38% and Shaquille O'Neal's 37%. After that, he, of course, had the infamous moment in the Game 7 loss in the Eastern Conference semifinals to the Atlanta Hawks. We all remember what happened in this game. He got a rebound, and to seal the game, he goes up for the layup and passes it to Tobias Harris, who ends up getting fouled. He did not attempt a single shot in the final quarter in 5 out of the 7 games in this series, which many attributed to his lack of confidence in shooting free throws. Averaged a measly 9 points per game during the series and 33% from the free throw line. This is when he decided to completely ruin his NBA career, because Ben Simmons just decided that he was no longer going to play for the Philadelphia 76ers. Joel Embiid literally roasted him in the post-game interview after that, and he said that he doesn't want to play anymore. The Sixers made him go to counseling sessions, but nothing would fix the poor guy, and he never played for them again. That's when he got traded for James Harden to the Brooklyn Nets. He was traded along with Andre Drummond, Seth Curry, and 2 future firsts for James Harden and Paul Millsap. However, he didn't play that many games before disaster struck once again, because on the 21st of March 2022, he was diagnosed with a herniated disc in his back, and he was ruled out for the remainder of the regular season and the play-in tournament. Now, we all know what happened after that. The Nets won in the play-in tournament. So what happened? Yeah, that's right. They were swept in the round after that because Ben Simmons once again didn't play with knee soreness this time. Honestly, he just keeps making excuses. And on the 5th of May, he underwent back surgery. Now we jump to today, where Ben Simmons has just been sitting on the bench watching games for the past 3 months. What's going on with the guy? Well, he's obviously injured, but there's not many details about the injury. Right now, it seems like he's conditioning himself to be back on the court, and honestly, I wish the best of luck to Ben Simmons, but I don't think the guy will ever have a future NBA career ever again. Because after all that he's gone through, the expectations are just too high when he comes back. It's like a LeBron James type situation, but he's not LeBron. He's not even close to LeBron. He's just some random bum on a crappy team. I'll see you guys in the next one. And if you're still here, just like the video because it helps me so much. See ya.